Did you guys get my name?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, who here plays video games? Anyone? Okay. Did you guys know that video games are actually helpful, not only just to relieve stress? Nobody? Well, I'm here to inform you how video games are useful in everyday life and non-everyday life. Video games are actually used in education, military uses, and in health. And by health, I don't only mean stress. I also mean therapeutically or rehabilitation for people that have lost legs or are claustrophobic or any kind of phobia. So, let's get to it. First one, education. Have you guys noticed that little kids don't retain anything at all when you're trying to teach them? They're just like, oh yeah, I get it. 5 minutes later, I have no idea what that is. Well, if you make things fun, they actually retain more information. According to Harrison Devlin of, I abbreviated this source and I can't even remember it. But the article was written 2 years ago on June 2013, and in the article it says that 97% of children in the age 12 to 17 play video games most of the day, which was 8 to 10 hours a day, which is like incredible because not even I play that much. And it says that when having to play these games, they learn patterns, they absorb the information quickly, and they get past the level really quickly as well. When I was little, I was horrible at math. I didn't know how to do multiplication. So my dad, he saw me struggling and said, I'm gonna buy him a game that has to do with multiplication. And after a couple hours, I was like basically a pro. And now I found out that multiplication was faster than just counting one by one. There's another kind of educational game. Was a game platform. Platform is such as systems like an Xbox, a PlayStation, GameCube, if any of you guys know what those are. And the platform is virtual reality. Virtual reality can actually transport one person to any place or any location or time. All you have to do is put a set program and you're there. I don't think I have the video. Oh, yeah, I completely forgot about that.
It's okay.
There's a video called Clouds Over Syria where you actually go to a Middle Eastern camp and you meet this little girl called Syria. And she goes through her life and explains everything to you, and you can actually walk around. Well, not walk around, but it seems like you're walking around and you look around. And this can be useful for geography, history, and for math. Actually, there are ways you can use math for virtual reality. Okay, so second one, military. How can military be used in games? Everyone's like, what? Video games in the military? That's impossible. Actually, it's true, except they're called by another name. Simulators. And who here knows what a simulator is? Okay, so simulators is where it's somewhat like virtual reality, except you're not fully immersed in it. You know there's not that switch where you're like, oh, this is real. So, in the simulators, soldiers get to practice any kind of scenario. It could be entering a home, using a bomb, and eventually they get better at it. And most people wouldn't think it's a video game, but it is, because it's virtual, and secondly, it's a program. There's also another type of video game hardware, and they're called drones. Everyone thinks about drones are like, oh, just military robots. Actually, they're a program, and guess what? The guy that's using the drone is just behind the screen. And he's like, okay, get this joystick, turn, okay, I'm good. And he looks like that, basically. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, basically the joysticks are the same thing that people would use if they're playing a flight game at their house. And let me tell you one thing, most of us don't look like that, usually. Actually, I do look like that sometimes. Okay. And for health, it makes us look like zombies, obviously. You see your boyfriends or your siblings just right there in front of the TV, like. And I can say for one thing, happens. And there's much more than just stress relief. It's also a bit rehabilitation. And according to enhancing the therapy experience using principles of video games design, John William Falkins and his associates are speaking about how it actually helps. And they had a study where they bring people that lost legs or had claustrophobia, and they literally went into this virtual reality and met their phobias or had legs. And after that, they experienced this kind of enjoyment and went over their phobias quickly. It says 52% of the subjects in this study were positively reinforced through. Dang it! What the heck did I write? I'm sorry, I have really sloppy writing. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip that because I know I'm not gonna be able to read it. In my life, I'm a full-time student. I work part-time, so my life is pretty hectic. And when I get home, I play video games. And to be honest with you, it helps out a lot. I get to release my stress. I get to rage. I get to cuss people out, and it's better than cussing real people out and getting in fights. So that's my hobby. And for the traumatic experiences, some people are afraid of fire, or they're afraid of being in closed spaces, or spiders. And when they go into virtual reality, they're actually able to immerse themselves around spiders or in a small area. And the fact that they know it's not true, even though there's a slight hint that you know it's not true, actually helps them out because they get over the phobia after a while. And finally, as I said, there are like a lot of uses for video games, and them being education, military, and health. There's also more, and unfortunately I didn't have enough time to search all of them because I would have gone on forever. Well, I hope next time someone tells you that you're wasting your time playing a video game, you tell them a little bit of info and they're like, oh, okay. So, thanks for listening. Good luck on your speeches.